Hello, Year 4. So in the previous chapter, Pip has used all his powers of persuasion and he's managed to land the bear a job at the Globe with him. How good is that? Chapter 46. A crowd of actors and stagehands gathered to look at the bear. People whispered to one another, commenting and making jokes. They knew Pip, of course, and they knew the Bearkeeper at the bear garden, but they would never have imagined that the two were father and son. One of the actors was nervous because Pip didn't have a whip, nor did the bear have a muzzle. At any moment the bear could lunge at someone, knocking off a head or taking a bite from an arm. The others told him not to be so stupid. "You don't have to worry about Pip," said Nathan Field. "He's the Bearkeeper's son. Bearkeepers are in his blood. If he doesn't want a whip, then he doesn't need a whip. He knows exactly what he's doing, don't you?" Yes," said Pip. I know what I'm doing." He didn't, of course, but he wasn't going to admit that to anyone, not when he'd just got a job as a bearkeeper. The actors pestered Pip with questions. They wanted to know what the bear could do. Can she fight? Can she dance? What are her best tricks? Pip couldn't confidently answer any of these questions, so he simply promised that everything would be revealed soon. William Shakespeare and Robert Armin pushed to the front of the crowd. People stepped aside to let them through. "Hello, Pip," said Robert. "Oh, hello, Mr. Armin." "I hear you found a sweetheart." "That's right." "And she wants to be an actor, does she?" "Yes." "Well, we better give her an audition. That's the rule. You can't join the company until you've had an audition. Has she prepared a speech?" "No." "Why not?" Because she can't speak." "Well, that's not much good. What are we going to do with an actor who can't speak?" "I don't know," said Pip. He could feel a hot flush spreading across his face. Anyone else, he was sure, would have replied to Robert's questions with a series of witty remarks, making everyone laugh, but he couldn't think of anything clever to say. He just stood there, embarrassed by all the attention. He put his hand on the bear's back. Under her thick fur, he could feel her warm skin. She was trembling. Could she be cold? No, she must be scared. She'd probably never seen so many people close up. Pip slowly stroked her fur, tickling her ears and running his fingers down her flanks, trying to calm her down. Robert Armin took a long look at the bear. "So, what's her name?" "I don't know." "You don't know?" I thought bears didn't have names." No, all the best bears have names. Remember Sackerson?" "No." "Oh, Sackerson was a magnificent bear. I once saw him kill a horse, just like that." Robert clicked his fingers. "One punch, and the horse was dead. But Sackerson wasn't the only one. Great Ned, Harry Hunks, Henry of Warwick, all the best bears have names." Robert pointed at the bear. "So she must too." "Well, she doesn't," said Pip. "Well, I'm sure she does," said Robert. "You just don't know it yet." "Well, how do I find it?" "You own her, don't you?" "Well, I suppose I do." "Then you should name her." Pip frowned. He couldn't think of a name for the bear. He thought for a long time, staring at the bear, hoping she would provide him with some inspiration, but his mind was empty. The actors stood patiently waiting for him to finish thinking. Finally, Pip had an idea. He looked at William Shakespeare. "Will you name her for me, sir?" "Me?" William Shakespeare shrugged his shoulders. "Why me?" "You're good with words, sir." "Well, that's true. Very well. I shall name her. William Shakespeare cocked his head to one side and stared at the bear. The bear stared back. No one spoke. William Shakespeare suddenly nodded. Miranda, he said. This bear is called Miranda. Robert said, why Miranda? I don't know. Oh, come on, William. You can't just say something like that without knowing why. Of course I can, and there's no need for you to be so pompous. Miranda is a very good name, particularly for a bear. Pip stared at the bear. He tried out the new name in his mouth. Miranda. He said it a few times, varying the intonation. Miranda, 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 Miranda. Then he nodded. Yes, Shakespeare was right. Miranda was a very good name for a bear. What do you think? Think that's a good name for her? Don't think anyone would argue with William Shakespeare though, would they? Let's find out how Miranda gets on in the theatre in the next chapter. Bye for now, Year 4.